Imagine this. You're driving down a normal road, somewhere in Massachusetts, late at night, all around you, dense forest, darkness so thick, it feels like it's pressing in on you. The road is empty, no cars, no lights, just the sound of the engine and your own breathing. And then you notice something ahead, a light, small, faint. At first, you think it's just a reflection. Maybe another car, but no, it's not moving, not flickering, not changing. It's just floating there in the middle of the forest. You slow down, staring straight at it, and in that moment, something shifts. Something feels wrong, like you're not supposed to see this, and then it disappears instantly. No sound, no flash, no trace. Just there 1 second, gone the next. The silence becomes heavier. And suddenly, you realize you're not alone, and this place has a name: the Bridgewater Triangle. Bridgewater Triangle is not just a place, it's a zone that can't be explained, and one many people try to avoid. It is located in the state of Massachusetts, and this is not a small area, it's massive, covering around 200 square miles. A place where everything comes together. Dense, almost impenetrable forests, dark swamps where it's easy to get lost, empty roads that disappear into the darkness, and old settlements that seem to remember more than they should. But in the middle of all this, there is one place people talk about the most: Hockomock Swamp. A swamp, dark, deep, almost silent. They call it the Devil's Swamp. And that name didn't come from nowhere. Long before Europeans arrived, the native tribes already knew about this place. They didn't build here. They didn't hunt here. They didn't stay here overnight. They avoided it because they believed this place didn't belong to humans, that something existed there, something older than them, something that does not like to be disturbed, something that watches from the darkness. And even today, people who have been there at night say the same thing. It's too quiet, unnaturally quiet, like the forest itself is holding its breath and waiting. In the 20th century, something changed. People began to talk. At first, quietly, uncertainly, like they were speaking about something better left unsaid. But over time, there were more and more stories, many more. Witnesses reported lights in the sky, not planes, not stars. These objects moved differently. They would stop, hover in place, and then resco change direction, without a sound, without any explanation. Sometimes, they disappeared right in front of people's eyes. Some people said these lights felt almost intelligent, as if they were watching, as if they were reacting to those observing them. Other reports were even stranger. Figures in the forest, silhouettes, tall, still. They stood between the trees and just watched. No movement, no sound. And then, they were gone. Some witnesses described shadows, but not normal ones. They moved, even when there was no light, as if they didn't follow the laws of physics, as if they had a life of their own. And the most important part, this wasn't just one story, not two, not even dozens. It was hundreds of reports, different people, different years, different locations, and most of them had never met each other. They couldn't have coordinated. They couldn't have invented the same story, and yet they described the same things, the same lights, the same figures, the same feeling that something was watching them. And maybe the scariest part isn't what they saw. It's that they all saw the same thing. Drivers said they saw something on the road. At first, they thought it was an animal or a person, but as they got closer, they realized it was neither. It stood in the middle of the road, completely still, large, dark, a shape without a clear form, and the eyes, bright, unnaturally bright. They reflected the headlights, but looked like they were glowing from within. The car slowed down, time seemed to stretch, and the entire time, it just stood there, watching, looking straight at you, without fear, without movement. And in that moment, a feeling appeared, that this was not just a creature, that it understood, that you could see it, and then it disappeared. It didn't run, it didn't turn, it just vanished, as if it had never been there at all. And this wasn't a single case, not a coincidence, because others reported something else, but just as strange. Figures in the swamp, in the fog, between the trees, shapes that looked human, but something about them was wrong. Too still, too silent, too unfamiliar. Sometimes they stood in the water, knee-deep, without moving, as if they were waiting, and sometimes they disappeared into the mist, as silently as they appeared. And everyone who saw it said the same thing. It wasn't just strange, it felt wrong. And the most unsettling part, this isn't a single story, not two, not even dozens. Different people, different years, different locations across the Bridgewater Triangle, and all of them described the same thing. Not just lights, but something that doesn't behave like anything we understand, like something that doesn't belong to this world. There are many theories. Maybe it's not from this world. Some believe the lights are something extraterrestrial, something observing, something intelligent. But there's no proof. Others say it's something natural. The swamp can produce gases that glow in the dark. A scientific explanation, something we can understand. But that still doesn't explain the figures, the silhouettes, the feeling of being watched. Some believe it's psychological, that people see what they want to see. That fear creates illusions. But how do you explain? The same stories, different people, different years, different places. And yet, they all describe the same thing. So maybe it's something else, something we still don't understand. And this is where it gets even stranger. Because this place doesn't look dangerous, there are no disasters, no major tragedies, nothing that would make you think something is wrong. And yet, there's a feeling, a quiet, subtle feeling, that something isn't right. People say, when you're there, you feel it. The silence becomes different, heavier, almost unnatural. The darkness feels deeper, like it's not just the absence of light, and slowly, it starts to feel like something is watching you. The Bridgewater Triangle is not just a place, it's a zone, a place where reality behaves differently, where people see things they cannot explain. And to this day, the Bridgewater Triangle remains one of the most mysterious regions in America. Not because we know what's happening there, but because we don't.